Alright, this is the town of Mountain View, Hawaii. It's about 15 miles outside of Hilo on the way to Volcano, and I wasn't planning to come here. Earlier this week I was in Koana and ended up attending an event for the onocoffee cultural festival. While there I met this guy Brian Lowe, who actually owns this place called Koana Coffee, this small quiet town. And I'm curious to know why in the world did this guy end up here in the middle of nowhere with a specialty coffee shop. He just had a very thoughtful, methodical method of doing coffee. And I was just like, oh, if this guy has a cafe, then it's probably going to be an experience. So let's go find out. As I enter, the shop is full with a line 6 people deep. The interior is a bit rustic, but completely fitting to this part of rural Hawaii. I feel at home, comfortable, but the line is kinda long. If you notice the sign, it says slow coffee. If you're hustling up the mountain to Volcano because you need to see the lava flow straight away, then perhaps you ought to have stopped at Starbucks in Hilo. If you're the impatient sort that just needs caffeine to get you going, then you should have stopped at the 7-Eleven in Curtistown. At Koana, Brian takes his time. He takes his time to greet each person in line. He takes his time to get to know them. He takes his time to prepare their coffee. In most professional coffee shops, a line means the time when the barista must bear down, focus, and start slinging coffee in the most efficient and expeditious way possible. When standing in line at Koana, you notice that Brian gets to know each person that stands in front of him. You realize that you're just not relegated as the venti cappuccino person that has to guess which of the 4 drinks on the counter is yours, but that Brian is going to take all the time in the world to accommodate your desires. As I observed from the back of the line, there's not a measure of impatience on Brian's face. He's focused on you. In that moment, only you exist in this shop full of people. There could be 60 people in line, but you get the attention as though you were the only person in the house.
So it's pretty close.
If you're the impatient sort, this will kill you. But if you're the akamai type of person, this is your chance to relax, to become part of that laid-back spirit that is Hawaii. The only concern that comes to my mind is, will he give as much attention to me as the others? Finally, it's my go. What's going on, man?
What's up? Welcome back.
What's up? Thank you, man.
Oh, welcome.
Thank you. I see that you actually live the clever, not just we're teaching about it.
It's very transparent, so I can teach people more. And then, because a lot of people, they don't think they can make coffee, right? But with this, easy, piece of cake.
All right, so what am I going to have?
So you're going to have the geisha today.
Very good.
Take a whiff.
Oh.
So this is the Koana Geisha Champagne Natural. It's the winner of the state 2 years in a row.
Who makes this?
This is Miguel. He managed 2 different farms on the Koana side, I believe. One is the Koana Geisha farm.
Oh, okay. So why the agitation?
I think it's just further enriched the flavor profile. But it's only in my head. I don't actually know. I mean, based on the test I did, it makes it different, but this is like fine-tuning it. I think that's why a lot of people don't understand what we're doing. The first couple of years, yeah, sorry, we don't make lattes. I do pour over. They're like, what's a pour over? I'm like, so I make my coffee a little bit on the lighter side. It's more tea-like, especially when it comes to geisha.
Okay.
So it's gonna improve as it cools. So take your time with that. After you have taken a few sips, sip on the lava shot. So this is my drinking chocolate that I may pair with the coffee. Try it out.
All right, let me go try it on. I grab a seat at the table immediately facing the bar. In the cup, the champagne yeast fermented geisha is light and airy, with hints of rosewater and light notes of jackfruit, papaya, and cherimoya. The accompanying lava shot is beyond just a drinking chocolate, with deep notes of cacao contrasted with cayenne pepperiness and a bit of creaminess. It is an unexpected combination with a sharp contrast between the 2 drinks.
Since we're from the Big Island, we grow coffee, chocolate, and whatever else that we do. Through our products, I would rather promote Hawaiian culture and Hawaiian products in every way that we can.
And Brian does just that, not only with sourcing all their coffees and raw ingredients within the state of Hawaii, but he's also built a community center next door called the Koana Culture Exchange to promote culture, language, arts, and music with a venue that they can use and share with the community of Mountain View and beyond. Well, I noticed you with each of your guests, no matter how long the line grew, you always took the time to speak with them.
Yeah, that's why the slow coffee, right? Yeah. I think that's it. I asked a few of my customers. I was like, and a lot, well, not few, but a lot of them. I was like, do you want me to speed up the process? I can make faster coffee, but it's not gonna be as good. I'm not gonna spend as much time with everybody. But everybody preferred the way that we do it, because nobody else does it this way. Right? I mean, I like coffee to be more personal, more intimate, and more customized. So what I teach my barista is more about like reading people and picking up the language that people use to talk about coffee, so you can make recommendation of what they like. Right? If somebody they come in and is like, oh, I love coffee and I want a blonde roast. Okay, so you buy from Starbucks, so we can recommend the medium light with something not super acidic. If I get somebody come in that asks about the geisha or Ethiopian, then I was like, okay, let's go for something fruitier for you, maybe something a little bit lighter. Somebody want like, oh, I like Colombian, or like, I want a strong cup, then I go darker, more chocolatey. I like to make more connections, and coffee is just is a platform, right? Is a kind of shared common ground that people can step on. So I remember the first time I tried a geisha, and I was like, ooh, what is this? Kind of sour and tea-like. And then that was it. That's what I drink now.
From ooh to ooh.
Yeah. Ooh. Yeah. From oh no to like, oh no.
So what is this now?
This is just cacao tea.
Oh, cacao tea. Okay.
So usually, I know you haven't had that much coffee, but I like the cacao tea here. Has a lot of antioxidants. It's relaxing. It's a good way to finish a coffee tasting.
And this is what, just cacao nibs?
This is just cacao husk.
Cacao husk, okay.
If you have cacao nibs, of course there's more oil, so it's more of a oily mouthfeel. I think because I'm from Taiwan, I like tea more.
Okay.
So I like this style more, a little bit cleaner.
All right.
Aloha.
Cheers. Mahalo. The cacao tea is clean and sweet, a perfect cap to the tasting. I tried to keep this video short, but we had a good conversation about Brian's vision for Koana, as well as a deep dive into the philosophy of service and the selection of equipment. If you're interested in learning about how a truly quality-focused cafe does its thing, I strongly urge you to check out the companion video. It is longer, but much more comprehensive than this one. But before I go, Brian has one more drink he wants me to try.
Have you had espresso tonic before? It's like, I just want to make a drink that is more refreshing, a little bit more for adults, and a little bit more unique.
Why the big ice?
I'm a big ice person because of scotch and whiskey.
Okay.
So usually I buy a big block and I just break it down. That's why I have an ice pick. I don't know, like I don't like small ice. Okay, the ice might be too big, this one. That's the cons of it.
All right.
Try this out.
Oh, that's a nice refreshing.
Right?
That's really pleasant. Kind of lime.
Yeah. Citrusy, surprising.
When I flew out to Hawaii on this trip, I hadn't planned on making this video. In fact, I had no idea that Koana existed. But after spending 3 hours hanging out on a Thursday morning, it is my feeling that Koana is one of the very best coffee shops in America and amongst the top in the world. Lots of places have good coffee. Some even have great coffee, but very few actually provide you with an experience. When awarding 3 stars, the Guide Michelin states that place has exceptional cuisine and is worth a special journey. Koana is a place that offers exceptional coffee and is indeed worth that special journey. Really awesome to see a place like this that is focused with a heavy vision and just artisan, and you don't really see that much in the world. Mountain view, if you're on the way from Hilo to the volcano, it's along the way, but if you're not, it's well worth the trip. Well worth the trip. The coffee's amazing. Really kind of a unique journey, and that's what it was. It was a tasting journey, truly a coffee experience. In the middle of a small town, kind of in the middle of nowhere.
I don't know, I want to take my daughter on a road trip.
Oh, that'd be awesome.
Like RV across the country.
Yeah, that'd be great.